Hi, this is Nikki, and I'm here to share the messages that I get from Spirit and from all of our higher selves on this journey to unconditional love. And so I've been sharing recently that I've been guided to do divine love letters and channel them from your divine twins, or from your higher self to them and them to you. And what has been quite amazing is just getting the confirmations back from you. And it has been an incredible thing because it has just, the letters have been so amazing and so insightful into the journey and how, the divine counterparts are feeling and wanting this as much as we are. Of course, because we are the divine mirror. So I'm also just going to share a story because it just shows how amazing. I mean, to be honest, every single one, I just sort of get goosebumps every time. But this lady in her letter, it was very specific about roses. And he was saying about wanting to give her roses. Anyway, and I heard back from her. And she said, I want to share a little story with you. After a false twin situation, I met my true DM last September when we were both in a shamanic healing ceremony together. He helped heal me, and then I heard the angels telling me that he was the one. I was both surprised and not surprised at all, so I decided to ask my guides for confirmation. That day, I went to meet up with him, and when I saw him, I told him about how one of my abilities is that I know there are angels around when I smell roses. As we were waiting for an elevator, two elderly women came in and began to walk up the stairs with the luggage. Immediately, he went to help them, and even though they said they were only going up one flight, one of them said how he was such a good man and they wanted to give something to his girlfriend, whom they thought was me, but at the time he was with a karmic partner. And like Mary Poppins, the woman reached into her bag and pulled out 2 white roses and handed them to me and then shut the door. I looked at the flowers and then at him and said, "What did I just say?" And all he said was, "I know." And at that moment, I knew too. So reading the part about him wanting to bring me roses almost brought me to tears. And the part about bringing out the boy in him, well, today in my meditation, I saw us both as children and he handed me wild flowers. And then I just came across the Michael Bublé song, "I Believe in You." And the lyrics and the video tied it all together. Definitely a message from our DMs. So we've had that song before as a message, Michael Bublé, "I Believe in You." Now, the amazing thing about that is that not only did he express about the roses in the letter, but it made me think back to the only flower that my twin has ever given me was a rose. And there was a single rose growing in his garden. And he asked me round to his flat once. And anyway, we basically went into the garden and he picked the single rose for me. And that same night, we were having a conversation and he was saying that he didn't think that he would ever be able to get married or have children or have a family and all that stuff. And I was saying, "Don't be silly, of course you can have everything." Anyway, and so it just is I've only just remembered that conversation that I had with my twin around the rose because this has come through in someone else's letter, which is why it's just such an amazing journey because we all, share so much, but also we all trigger things for other people. That's why sharing these letters and sharing the healings help each other. So I'm going to share some more of the letters because again, it gives some insight. Now, a few of these are, the questions that I was asked to ask was, why aren't you contacting me? And why, basically, why don't you contact me? This was their response. So these are messages that I tap into your twins' energies and basically I just hear, and whatever I hear, I write. So, and you receive a letter like this, basically, a handwritten letter that I take a photo of. So this is the response. Because I'm not in the right place at the moment. I don't feel like it's the right time. I don't feel like I am able to give her what she deserves. I want to be able to do it properly, and I'm not ready. I have all these thoughts running through my head. I'm wanting to make things in my life all correct, before I know that I can take this forward. It's just not any kind of love or any normal kind of romance, you know? There's a lot riding on this. So I want to get it right. I want to feel good about myself, good about what I'm doing, good about me. When that's all done and I can feel I can offer you everything, then I'll just know it's the right time to take us forward. Trust that I love you. Trust that we are meant to be together. Right? So that was one in the response to why isn't he contacting me? The next one is I'm just going to read a few of them from today. As sure as the sky is blue, the moon follows the sun and the wind follows the rain, I am coming home to you. There is nothing that would stop me from being with you again, truly with you. Every part of me with every part of you. I've missed that so much and have waited so long to feel that true love vibration and connection which ignites every cell in my body when I see, feel or think of you. Please know that this is not a game. It is love, and love is very real. Finding true love and waking up to the enormity of what that means and everything that it and you bring is just so immense. On so many levels, it takes time to digest, time to sink in, and time to let love be my only guide. You are my guide back to me, back to you, back to true love, which is the all. Just so amazing. Okay, next one. Because there's some that are just so, I mean, it's every single one, right, just sort of blows me away and gives me shivers. So, next one. Don't take things I say personally. Don't take anything that I say seriously. Instead, listen to what I'm telling you by my heart, because that's far more trustworthy and true than whatever comes from my mouth. I guess I say things without even thinking, and then afterwards all I can do is think, why did I say that? Why can't I just be honest and open up to you? Why do I have to hide behind these ridiculous stories about myself? I'm dealing with my stuff. I'm dealing with my fears and my ability to open my heart and be truly vulnerable and lay myself out there for you. But you have to know that that is what I want. You are what I want. There's no doubt. You, me, alive together, living the dream, living in love and passion and ecstasy. That's what I want for us. See, how cool is that? Basically saying, don't ignore what I'm saying to you because it's all rubbish, and just focus on the fact that we're going to live in ecstasy together. Pretty nice, really. Okay, next one. That everything you feel inside of you is true. Everything that you feel I'm going through is true. We feel each other, like a mirror which is between our bodies, sending the waves of emotion, fear and doubt that suddenly hit us as if from nowhere. And then the feeling of complete love, contentedness, inner peace, and a warm feeling in our hearts that emanates out through every part of me and awakens our souls. Trust that we are doing this together. Please do not have any doubts. Please know that true love is the way that we will succeed in our journey and we will win the race. We have our future together, which is built on the strongest foundations of creation, being created together, finding each other again, and finding what true love and the power of love can do. Oh, wow. Wow. Right, next one. I want you to relax. Don't let your fears get on top of you. Whatever you feel is right in your heart to do, then follow that. Trust that we are a done deal, a sure thing. We are together. So anything that is happening is all happening for a reason, and that it's all part of our plan together. It's like having a jigsaw that you can see the picture on the box, and you're putting the pieces together, and some you think aren't fitting, and it looks all wrong. But then, suddenly, when you put the last jigsaw piece in, the jigsaw magically all fits together and turns into the big red love heart picture that's on the box. So trust. We have our own box with our own treasures in, and the way to access it is through listening to me in your heart. Trust what I say to you and trust in divine love. Well, you know, that one is really significant because what that's saying is, he's saying to her, trust that there is a jigsaw piece. Basically, I'm going to read that again. It's like having a jigsaw that you can see the picture on the box and you're putting the pieces together and some you think aren't fitting and it looks all wrong. Because that's what happens, right? We question ourselves on the journey to think, oh, I've done this wrong, I've done that wrong, and blah, blah, blah. But what he's saying to her is that then, suddenly, when you put the last jigsaw piece in, the jigsaw magically all fits together and turns into the big red love heart picture that's on the box. So trust. We have our own box with our own treasures in. And the way to access it is through listening to me in your heart. Trust what I say to you and trust in divine love. Well, I mean, how that again is just so, you know, that just tells a whole story, right? Because what he's saying to her is there is a divine jigsaw which is all going to come together. Even though it looks like all of the pieces are out of sync, don't worry, because if that, you know, you can't step a foot wrong on this journey. Okay, another one. I want you to know that since the first time I saw you, laid my eyes on you, I knew you set something off in me, like a domino effect that triggered every one of my senses. Like on Home Alone when he's setting up the booby traps for the men trying to protect himself. And that's what I've been doing, trying to hide myself away, push away the connection because I was afraid of it. Afraid of the feelings it was making me feel. I guess I was frightened of myself, but I know that it has had to happen this way. I had to face up to everything that I have suppressed and pushed down into the deepest parts of me and depths of my soul. But it's all because I'm finding my way back to you again. We are on this journey together. Please know that this is my soul's mission, our soul's mission, to live in love, to live in our hearts, to know that we are love. Well, I mean, just amazing. And if there's one, I'm going to read one more, which just shows you again what they're saying to you. If you are worried about, you know, are they feeling you, right? Listen to this one. I want you to stop worrying. Worry, worry, worry. Doesn't get you or me anywhere. Please try to believe in me and in us and what our love will do. Remember what we were like when we were living and loving each other with no boundaries and no fears. In those moments, it was truly beautiful and peaceful and blissful. The waves of love and emotion were so powerful. Remember those times and focus on that feeling. We can feel that for each other whenever we want to. We just need to focus on our heart. Focus on your heartbeat and think to yourself that my heartbeat is beating at the same time, because we are two hearts beating as one. Whenever you feel panicky or unsure, just do that. Focus on your heartbeat and know that I am always there to support you, to love you, to free you from your mind and have no doubt. Well, there you go. Again, some more, just a few of them today. Some more amazing, 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 amazing letters. So there you go. It's basically saying no matter what the jigsaw looks like, it may look like it's totally out of whack, but there is magic that's going to happen that will bring all of the pieces together for your journey. So trust in that. And if you want to come to me for a healing or to have a letter, then please do. All details are in the link, and I'll be very happy to do it because honestly, it's amazing. It really does. It makes me speechless every single time. So thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, take care. Bye.